Holy smokes, guys. On a couple videos back, I said leave a thumbs up if you want me to do a review on my Benelli Supernova, and that video got 536 likes. That's crazy. You guys, yikes. You guys must have really wanted me to do a review on this, and I know I've been asked to do this a few times, so we'll do it today. We're going to do a review on my Benelli Supernova. But first, I want to announce, for those of you guys who haven't seen, we have Outdoor Limits t-shirts available at MallywackerOutfitters.com. So if you're interested in getting one, go ahead and pick one up on the website. I'll leave a link in here and in the description, so you'll see it in the cards. It'll pop up. Benelli Supernova, that is this gun right here. I paid $550 total for it, so that's counting tax and all that fun stuff. You can get the camo model for $100 more, but I decided to just go with black, save $100. I don't necessarily need a camo gun. It's kind of fun to look at a camo gun, but it's not a necessity. I want my gun is unloaded, just so you know. That's kind of important. You don't want to have a loaded gun. It's got a 28-inch barrel, which I like a lot. Adam has the 26-inch version of this gun, and I prefer the 28 over the 26. Yeah, it's a little bit shorter for the 26. It might be a little bit lighter, but I like the 28 a little bit more. It makes me feel like I can stay on the bird a little bit better with that extra 2 inches. And then this Kicks High Flyer choke adds a little bit more to that. I like the longer guns. That's just my personal preference. You guys might like the shorter ones. It all depends on what you like. And just because this gun works for me doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. When you buy a gun, you wanna make sure it fits you. And they have little shims and stuff that they sell with guns where you can put it in here and adjust things and adjust the tilt. Most higher end guns have that. So keep that in mind. Make sure the gun fits you. Don't just go with a gun that somebody says they like a lot. You might like and have a better fitting gun with something else. So pump action 12 gauge, 28-inch barrel, 3.5-inch chamber. I like it a lot. This Supernova is different from the Nova because it has the Comfort Tech stock. It gives you a little bit more cushion when you shoot the heavier shells. So that's kind of nice when you're shooting a lot. That's why you pay the extra $100 for the Supernova instead of just the regular Nova. That's about all there is for the specs of the gun. I don't get too technical with them, and I'm not like a connoisseur of guns, and I'm not like stockpiling and collecting them. I view guns as a tool personally. I like to have the most efficient tool for the job, and for me right now, the most practical item is this gun right here. I paid $550 for it, so that's super affordable in my opinion. You know, guns can get really pricey, especially when you're getting up into the semi-automatic guns where you're paying upwards of $1,200. So $550 is perfect for me for a product that will probably last me a lot of years. Basically, I'm going to be shooting this gun up until the point where I get a semi-automatic, and so it'll last me, and I'm dead set on it, and I know it's going to last. I like this gun because I don't have to baby it, and I don't have to worry about if it gets beat up or it's sitting in the water or anything like that, because in my mind, this is a duck gun. This is a gun that's gonna get wet, it's gonna get muddy, it's gonna look like crap until I clean it, and then it'll clean up pretty decent. The only thing that's cosmetically wrong with this gun is I left it in the case for like a day after a hunt, in a floating gun case, zipped up and sealed. I was super tired. I left it in the case overnight. I come to get it the next day, and I pull it out, and then there was rust on the barrel. And it ate through the finish, but I scrubbed that up with a Scotch-Brite pad and some oil, and that took care of the rust problem. I mean, you can tell, but, you know, who really cares? It's going to get wet again, and it's going to do that. So I just keep it oiled and try and take care of it that way. But, yeah, I like to have a gun that I can just beat up and not worry about it breaking. That's probably one of my favorite things about this gun is I can use it to chop ice. I can just throw it over my shoulder, lean it against my bag in the marsh. I mean, I've had it all the way up to like here sitting in water, you know. It doesn't bother me at all because I know the gun's gonna be fine. That's just my opinion. Don't take my word for it saying, oh, Josh said that my gun can do that. No, that's just how I feel about it, and if it ends up ruining the gun eventually, that's on me. That's all I've got on the gun. You know, it's an excellent gun. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a pump action gun in a price range of about $550, and you want something that shoots 3.5-inch shells and something that you know will last. This Benelli Supernova is gonna last me a long time. I've hunted with it for 2 years and have not had a single problem with it, other than, okay, I've had one problem. There's Fiocchi shells. So the Fiocchi shells from Shields, they're like $10 a box. I got them, they worked in my Mossberg, but when I shot one out of this, every time I shoot once and then it gets locked up for some reason. It doesn't want to eject the shell. So I'm sitting there going like this, and it won't pull back. So I have to get on it and slam it on the ground holding the pump, and then it ejects. So if you have a Supernova, I wouldn't recommend using Fiocchi shells. Everything else has been fine for me. That's basically it for my review of the Supernova. I've just view it as a tool, so I don't get super technical with it. I use it to kill ducks, and it does an excellent job of that, and I like that, and I like the gun. It feels good. It's kind of on the heavier side, so if you want a lighter gun, I would not recommend going with the Supernova. Maybe go with something else, because the Supernova is pretty heavy. So that's about it for that. If you want to follow me on my social media, it's on the screen somewhere, so go ahead and get on your Instagram, your Twitter, your Facebook, or your Snapchat, add me on there, and stay up to date with what's going on. Snapchat's a great place because I post on there pretty frequently, and I add you back, so if you have any questions for me, you can just send me your question, and I usually get to it unless I'm bombarded with like 80,000 Snapchats. I'm like, what do I do, what do I do, what do I do? So, there you go. I think that's it. That's all I got. If you want to pick up one of these hats or this shirt or the other Outdoor Limit shirt, go over to MallywackerOutfitters.com, like I said earlier, and pick one of those up. That's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you on the next one.